Hey everyone, have I here bringing a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're actually going to be doing gameplay on my main global account for me completing the Extreme Z Awakening for the LR Strength BEERUS and Whis. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So of course, this came out early in the morning last night, and there's no way that I was going to complete this early in the morning, so I figured I'd complete it now and just make a video versus like maybe streaming it or something like that. So this is the new LR EZA BEERUS and Whis. We're gonna go through some of the details while I go ahead and complete this. Now this stage can be completed fairly easily if you have, of course, the right LR units. Being a LR EZA, generally that is the case. You always want to bring some LRs to it, but the team that you want to bring are legendary existence units, and basically these are the units that you want to bring here. Go ahead and change legendary existence. So these are the units that you want to bring, and I'll just have to take off BEERUS here. Now the funny thing is there is actually no physical units that are LRs to bring, so don't worry about that being type disadvantage. So you do want to bring as many of these LRs as possible. Of course, my final choices are these here. If this unit EZA'd, I would bring Bojack, but he's not EZA'd on global yet. So we're just going to go ahead and bring on the EZA BEERUS. So these are the units that I'm bringing. This is the team that I'm bringing here. Should be fairly easy. I'll probably just do this on auto mode like I normally do. LR EZAs, but let's go ahead and get started.
Let's do this.
And as we do auto mode here, this should be like a one-shot really quick. I'll even try it with Broly. Of course, MUI Goku is going to be your MVP, being type advantage as a AGL unit, right? Oh wow, actually, it took a lot of damage there. Broly's probably not the best choice to be first position tanking there. And anyway. If this was stage 10, I might be dead. But anyway, it's almost in a sense a one shot. It's one character there. So don't put Broly in the first position there, since he doesn't increase his defense, you know, right off the bat. So MUI Goku would have been a better choice. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the details of this EZA here, since I wasn't able to do a breakdown or anything of that nature. So again, I'm just going to put this on auto until it gets actually difficult, and go from there. So this unit here ended up being, of course, we know the 130. I'm sorry, this is not a 130LR. This is a I forgot, we're still so behind on some of these Neo 100 LRs back in the day. There's this unit and then Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That's it. These are the only two Neo 100 LRs that haven't EZA'd yet, and you're talking about an old unit. Those are extremely old units. So Bojack's EZA'd already. Of course, like one of the first ones were Goten and Trunks. What else are 100%? But anyway, the 100% yellow coin LRs, those units there ended up getting their leader skills increased from 100 to 120. So this is super 120% across the board, and then extreme types 90%. Again, not anywhere any usefulness for those leader skills, unfortunately. I wish they would start, you know, really changing those for like other yellow coin LRs and the upcoming yellow coin LRs there, but we'll see what happens. The super attack, you are able to now get a raises attack and defense for one turn, and then causes colossal damage to enemy and recovers 10% HP. The ultra super attack, the 18 key, which you're generally going to do most of the time because you are going to have a lot of extra key. And yeah, you're really going to have no problem getting this individual 18 key. It greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and then 15% HP. So again, I think it's, you know, really strong. Ultra super attack, I wish, you know, of course there were stacking abilities, but you know, having the recover 15% is really powerful, especially if you have some HP restrictions or things of that nature that you are looking for. Now, I'm not going to put BEERUS. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to put Broly in that first position. The passive skill, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of changes, but in reality, overall, there's a huge upgrade here. So the first thing is you have the key +7, which is outrageous, right? Key +7 with everything else. This could be a really solid floater unit because it really doesn't need that much link support, and in reality you're not going to get a lot of link support if you don't run particular teams like with a Whis or something of that nature. But you have now an attack defense 150% with a medium chance of performing a critical hit, and then you have an additional, well actually let's quickly take a look at what it was previously. Should have had this all loaded up, by the way, but hey, we're doing some gameplay while I do this, so I'm gonna multitask real quick. So before this, it was just 80% to attack, and then you had an additional attack defense 60% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. That's it. That's all you had previously before. So it's a huge upgrade with the attack and defense 150%.
Let's do this.
Now again, you have a medium chance of performing a critical hit, which is fine. Should have had like a high chance or even a great chance. That would have been really good there. Plus an additional attack defense 70% and a high chance of evading enemy attack, including super attack, for 7 turns after receiving an attack. So it's important for you to make sure that you are in a good spot or a good position early in the game to get hit first, and then afterwards this becomes a really strong unit. If you're going into a fight where that first character, like a Super Battle Road, certain Super Battle Roads, this unit is not going to do very well on, right? So you have like an AGL Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road that you have to do, and that character might like one-shot you, right? So do watch out for that situational, a situation that will actually hurt you before receiving the attack. After receiving the attack, this unit is pretty fantastic for an LR this old, right? And they did a good buff initial, that 150%, and then with the 70% on top of that, and your high chance of which is 50% chance of dodge, super strong. Now if your HP is 70% or less, and I wish they changed this to more, because you have recovering HP, right? So if this was like HP 70% or more, launches additional super attack, I think that would have worked out better. With the HP 70% or less, now of course this is the beginning of the turn, and then basically after your turn you're recovering your HP. Still, I think it would have been nice to just be 70% or over, or 30% or over, 50% or over, something like that. But 70% or less, I would say in a lot of occasions that's going to be fine. But I'm not a big fan of HP restrictions on passives. So, but anyway, overall the passive skill is strong. Once you get attacked once, you get hit, you're good to go for 7 turns. And in reality, for 7 turns, they should have just said, after receiving an attack, you're going to get this for the remaining of the battle. Because, what if you're not paying attention? I guess it just makes you pay attention a little bit more. Because when that drops off, you are definitely vulnerable, especially if you're 8 turns into the fight. So, and it should proc again. This is something that hasn't been confirmed yet. It should proc again for additional 7 turns, right? It doesn't say once only. So link skill. So here's the major issue with this BEERUS, right? He's not on that many teams, and generally his linking ability is primarily like with Whis or with like Champa, or I don't actually think he links very well with Champa. Other BEERUSes of course, and Whis are the ones that you really should be bringing to link up with this unit here. Luckily, the int and tech EZA happens, so they're in a sense useful. But overall, the teams that you're going to be running on this needs to be surrounding BEERUS and Whis. If it's not, then you're going to just run this maybe as a floater unit or something of that nature, and he should just be just fine. So again, the amount of categories, it's on that minimum amount that I always say. Well, actually, no, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I say 8 now these days, but it used to be like 6 was like the minimum that you would want any unit to have. But this is on 6 categories: Realm of Gods, Movie Bosses, Joined Forces, Siblings Bonds, Master Bond and Disciple, and Space Traveling Warriors. None of them in particularly, right, have a 200% buff for this on the global side. Except for like, no, Movie Bosses doesn't have it because that's with Transformation Boost. Join Forces, you have to have Pure Saiyans. Siblings Bond is not quite yet there. I can't wait for Siblings Bond. Siblings Bond, when that gets a 200% lead, ooh, and LR Go Bros gets a little action on there. If you forget, I always used to run BEERUS and Whis way back in the day on a Siblings Bond team with LR Go Bros as the floater leader. So that was always a fun team to run. Realm of Gods, again, that doesn't have a 200% for this unit because that's Pure Saiyans as well. And then Master of Bond and Disciple, I think that's for like JP 8-year anniversary, right? So Space Dragon Warriors, not so much. Yeah, it's very limited, especially on global. On JP, you can run some teams that's going to be fine to use at 200%. I'm trying to think, right? It's the Carnival. It's the Carnival Gohan that provides a 200%. Let me look at 200% options here. By the way, it's actually getting harder on auto mode. Auto Master Disciple. And I think it's the... So straight up Bottom Master Disciple, right? So the Gohan is generally the only team that you're going to run at 200%. And that guy's not going to link very well. And again, it's not an overall built team. It would be really nice to have a really good... I realized I have my cursor over here. Really good, like, Realm of Gods team that focuses more on the gods, right? On God of Destruction, on Whis, on BEERUS. Dokkan Festival exclusive Whis would be awesome. I think that'd be cool. Or a Whis and Vados, right? So that it can incorporate Universe 7 and Universe 6 together. I think that would make sense, is having... Yeah, I would love that. A Dokkan Festival exclusive Whis and Vados, or a BEERUS and Champa, right? Either one, right? Or all four. I think I could do all four as well. And that would be a really, really fun team to run with these units and maybe some other units as well. So, I don't know, Bandai. Think about that as an option for a different Realm of Gods 200% versus Realm of Gods and Pure Saiyans. I think that's pretty much about it with the breakdown. Oh, if you want to look at the stats don't change for LRs, of course. 21,000, 688, 9825, and then 1585 for defense. Really high there. Anyway, that's kind of the breakdown. Yeah, I think overall it's fine. Again, she's just not on a lot of relevant teams right now, so I can see why they waited this long to EZA him. If they would have made him even better, like an option to, let's kind of go back to this here, a support unit, like if they said, I don't know, Universe 7, even though this is not Universe 7, this is more of Battle of Gods, right? Yeah, like Realm of Gods support or something, plus 1 or 2 key and 20% to Realm of Gods. Some kind of support. I think this would be more used because this is an incredible unit, can do a lot, you know, on a main rotation, but generally you're not going to run a main rotation with this unit. So that's kind of where the situation is. Am I going to die anytime soon? No, we're good. We are good. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up here. We got, what, 2 more stages? And we're good to go. Now, I normally do like a full EZA breakdown with team builds and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that. Maybe do this is better. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like the full breakdown of what I do when it comes to the EZAs? Or do you like me just completing the EZA and talking about the unit and breaking it down that way? I guess I don't know which one's more work. Like creating the whole breakdown or actually just go ahead and completing it. probably creating the breakdown and playing this. I think on LRs, I might just do these for LRs because LRs is only 10 stages. It's not like 30 stages where it takes almost an hour, like 45 minutes an hour to complete on the Dokkan Festival exclusives, the TURs and stuff like that. It works out a little bit differently, right? So of course, speaking of like Dokkan Fest or TUR units, we have a bunch of other EZAs that came out as well. I'm probably not going to do a breakdown of all those. Maybe I'll do like a video of me completing it. I'm not sure. Again, you've probably noticed the more limited time I have and the less videos I'm shooting out, especially since like January. And the case is I'm just crazy busy. Literally, I'm doing this on like a kind of a semi lunch break. I was like, I might as well record this, get this done, just because time is a premium for me this day and age. And here's the the crazy thing too, like Diablo 4 is coming out soon. Oh no, have this on auto. So Broly might, if he gets super, he okay, we're good. He might be in trouble there. Broly's the weakest link on this one, but does a decent amount of damage. Diablo 4 is coming out, and I'm going, oh, how am I gonna find time to play that? Because I really do want to. I don't even know if my computer can handle it. It's kind of, my computer's now like a 3-year-old computer now, so I might have to upgrade a computer. I don't know. I don't really need to, like, overall. Like, my desktop is literally now only for like YouTube and as such. One more stage, right? Yeah. Last one. Let's get it done here. I won't do auto just in case I might, end up having Broly in the wrong spot. So do it this way. Who has more defense right off the bat? Okay. And he's not extreme units, so legendary exist leaders 170 in Namek Goku isn't very prime for this battle here. This guy is. 7-year anniversary unit just doesn't do like crazy damage though. Like the power jump from 7-year till now, or 6-year till now, I guess it's been 2 years. Like TURs now are just outrageous. The God Coup is like ridiculously good. So with better units and the meta changing for how it's changing here, red zones are pretty difficult for a lot of people, but they really still need to be adding other things as well. And I hope they figure out what's a good balance for newer players and older players. And I know they don't want to distance themselves from new players because more new players comes in, the more relevant this game is. We have a lot of older players leaving this game. It's again an 8-year plus game here, and yeah, it is very relevant when it comes to mobile gaming still. But there is a point, right? There is a point where people will stop caring about Dokkan when it gets too convoluted, which there's just so much to do. So imagine starting this game today. Like how much content you can actually play free to play on this is quite incredible actually. So that's a good thing for newer players. For pay to win players, people like myself have been playing for almost 8 years now. It definitely gets pretty repetitive to say the least. So there needs to be more excitement. There needs to be more different types of game modes. Like burst mode is not it. I'm just not a fan of burst mode. I think they've had a winner for a very, very long time, and that is the Fighting Legend events, right? Fighting Legendary Goku, Legendary Vegeta. They missed the boat on that. I think that was one of the best things that they've ever done. Besides EZAs, EZAs have been incredible as well. So I have to give them a shout outs for the EZA, because you get Dragon Stones, you get all this. But legendary events, like legendary fighting events, BEERUS and WHIS, I think would be much more incredible. Like if they did that with EZAs coming out as well, imagine the fun that would be. But well, there you go. There you have it. A little over a 20-something minute video for me. You know, just jibber jabbering, talking, and talking nonsense probably, and hang out with you guys versus streaming. And we have it all done. So there you have it, boys and girls. BEERUS and WHIS, EZA. I'll go ahead and EZA them, you know, off camera and all that stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys like my older format, or you guys like me doing this on the LR EZAs, which again I can just break down while I'm auto completing it. I think that might be a thing. But again, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.